Let's begin today's Vanguard news with some new Aurora Battle Princess cards in DZBT11, and making you realize that Bushiroad has been showcasing nothing but waifu decks for the past 3 weeks in the anime, despite last month being filled with Talcon Ranbu reveals, implying that even their marketing team knew that the collab failed to cater to their actual audience. Let's be real, the community is mostly filled with fishermen, and not the love and deep space fans. Aurora Battle Princess Ruby Crimson is your typical D-series starter that will make you think her name was a JoJo reference. Aurora Battle Princess Kyanite Cobalt, when placed on Vanguard, lets you reveal a grade 3 Seraph card from your eye deck to put up to 1 Galaxy Eternal Prism Galactulus from your deck or hand into your order zone. Then draw a card if you put a card from hand with this ability, and once per turn while on rear guard, you can pay 1 counterblast to imprison one of your opponent's rear guards, then she gets 2k power. The only thing better about this card from the original is it replaces your set order if you drew into it. Galaxy Eternal Prism Galactulus' set order card, while in the order zone, lets your opponent either pay 1 Soul Blast to call up to 1 of their imprisoned cards, or pay 1 Counterblast to call up to 2 of their imprisoned cards. And while in the order zone, you may soul charge 1 card when your opponent's imprisoned card is placed on rear guard from your prison and you did not soul charge this turn yet. So instead of soul charging 3 cards upon being played, this card actually balances itself out by only soul charging 1 card once per turn, and only if your opponent bails out 1 of their imprisoned cards. Soul charging 3 cards gives the deck too much ammo in the early game for cards like Muna. You could theoretically say this prison order was actually a nerf to the deck. Aurora Battle Princess Risset Peach, when placed on Vanguard, lets you pay 1 Soul Blast and revealing a grade 3 Seraph card from your eye deck. If your order zone has a prison, to draw a card, then your opponent puts 1 card in hand into your prison. And while on rear guard, she gets 5k power if 2 or more of your opponent's cards are in your prison. It was already annoying enough that Risset sniped a card in hand in the early game. Now this new version rewards a user with a draw as well. Aurora Battle Princess Seraph Clearlight, once per turn while on Vanguard or rear guard, lets you pay 1 Soul Blast to imprison 1 of your opponent's rear guards. Your opponent imprisons 1 card from their drop zone into your prison instead if you did not imprison a card on rear guard with this ability. While on Vanguard or rear guard, she gets 10k power and an extra drive check when she attacks. If there's 3 or more of your opponent's cards are in your prison, then soul charge this card and draw a card at the end of that battle if she was on rear guard. And when this card is soul blasted for the cost of your Vanguard's ability, prevent your opponent's units on place auto abilities from activating when they would call a unit card with your prison's ability until the end of their next turn. Like the anime implies, she isn't really a new boss card for the deck, and is actually a support for Seraph Purelight, because she's still one of the most overpowered cards in the D series. This might be a sign that the devs will be making more grade 3 Vanguard units that also works while on rear guard. A Dradueld player just got pissed that Magnus wasn't like this for Ignis. And for those wondering, this card only stops the on-place auto abilities of imprisoned cards. She doesn't prevent their battle phase auto abilities. So calling a Yugmashid from the opponent's prison won't let you use the draw ability, but you'd be able to use the restand ability during your battle phase. Aurora Battle Princess Warning Kaigri, when placed on rear guard, lets you pay 1 counterblast to imprison up to 2 of your opponent's rear guards. Then she gets 5k power if 3 or more of your opponent's cards are in your prison. Anything that hits 2 cards for 1 cost is going to be good or decent. Can you imagine if this card was released when Seraph Purelight first came out? Aurora Battle Princess Truncheon All Lane, when placed on rear guard, lets you add up to 1 Seraph card from the top 7 cards of your deck if your order zone has a prison. Then discard 1 card from hand if you added a card with this ability. And while on rear guard, she gets 5k power when she boosts if your Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, and there's 2 or more of your opponent's cards in your prison. The obligatory main Vanguard searcher, that's also a 13k booster. I would say it's about time, but then remembered that Seraph Purelight already has security upgrader. Yes, I know this was meant more for Clearlight. Finally, Aurora Battle Princess Flawless Lila, when placed on rear guard, makes your opponent put 1 card in their drop zone into your prison. then you can pay 1 counter blast if 2 or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned to draw a card. And while on rear guard or the Guardian Circle, she gets 5k shields if your Vanguard is grade 3 or higher and 1 or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned. Then she gets another 5k power and shields if there's 3 or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned. The only thing this card has going for is being a 15k shield. She won't be replacing Connor Citrus anytime soon. You could use both, but space is going to be tighter than the prison cells the opponent's cards are in. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if Aurora Battle Princess should have gotten the Yugmashud clone.